Yo, this is Dynamo, and you're watching me now on SBTV. Or are you?
With us right now is a man that can put phones in bottles, walk on water and disappear through floors underneath glass windows. So I've kept all my personal possessions at home today and found a secure and neutral location. It's the magician impossible himself, it's Dynamo. How are you, sir?
I'm good, how are you doing?
I'm alright. It's good to be here, man. I wanted to just get straight into some questions with you because I wanted to know basically, how did you get into magic and who inspired you as a magician?
It was actually my grandpa who got me into magic. And I'll be honest, it wasn't to become a magician in the beginning, it was to get out of trouble. I had some guys at school and they were picking me up and putting me inside a wheelie bin. And they used to take me to the top of these, we had these two big hills at Wyke Manor, school where I went, and then we had a different name for these big hills. You get the idea. And they would throw me down the hill every day, and like I kept coming home with cuts and bruises all over me, and my grandpa was like, what's going on? So I told him what was happening, and he taught me this technique to take away their strength. So they couldn't pick me up, didn't have to go down the hill no more. And literally from then on, like, because they kind of got a bit freaked out and scared by what I'd done for them, they went and spread rumours around school that I was like a little crazy demon child. So my grandpa helped nurture my talents and skills and develop, more crazy things I could do. And it got to a point where people wanted to see me do things, and in my little area I became like an urban legend. So, and I think, from that day on, I hadn't looked back.
So did your grandpa himself, was he a magician? Did he do magic himself and go and show people, or?
Yeah, he was. I wouldn't say he was a magician. He was more like a bit of a con artist, hustler. He was a life of the party, my grandpa, and he always knew he always had a party trick to pull out, but he had like never-ending party tricks, so it never ceased to amaze me. And he was just like a bundle of energy to be around.
That's cool, man. I wanted to ask, because obviously you do a lot of tricks. I wanted to ask you, has a trick ever gone wrong?
To be honest, I improvise so much with what I do. Often I don't know what I'm going to do before it happens. Like what you see happen is kind of quite spontaneous. So when I do it, if something starts to kind of not go how I want it to go, then I use my improvisation skills to turn it into something else. So even though I might know that something's not quite gone to plan, the people at home or people watching will never know, because they still get to see something amazing. It just might be slightly different to what I first intended.
I like that. I remember your first kind of TV show was Dynamo's A State of Mind, and that kind of on Channel 4, and that kind of showed as well that you actually came from some rough areas in Bradford. Like you came from some, I think there was 2 estates. I wanted to ask you, like, what would be like the 3 points that you would say kind of helped you to keep your determination and dedication to become one of the best magicians in the world, if not the top magician in the world, from coming from those backgrounds?
I reckon the first thing that gave me inspiration, and the man who continued to support me, make me believe in myself, was my grandpa. So I've got to give a shout out to Grandpa, rest in peace. And then I think the people in Bradford, even though I did get picked on a lot at school, as I got older and my magic started to be kind of get me a bit of recognition, the people of Bradford really did support me. And the people of Yorkshire, to be honest, because I started getting bookings, all across like Sheffield, Manchester, all of Yorkshire really. And then obviously later further down the line I started to come to London. So I think the people of Bradford, people of Yorkshire got behind me. The Northerners, we stick together. And I think social media, but I luckily kind of came to the table from the beginning with, I kind of understood the power of social media marketing, in the same way that SBTV kind of jumped on it from the beginning. We're kind of, I think, we've, in the same way that he pioneers this stuff, I've tried to do that, but using magic as my tool, as my portal. and you know, I jumped on YouTube, made all the magic videos, you know, jumped on Twitter, and you know, I think I was the first person in the world to ever do magic over Twitter to Snoop Dogg. You can see how that went down on my Twitter favourites. So
when I knew I was going to do this interview, I wanted to try and find out if the fans had any questions for you, and then my Twitter got flooded. I literally got like about a crazy amount of mentions, like 50 mentions in about 5 minutes. It was crazy. So what I wanted to do is maybe give you a few of the fans' questions that you could answer. Okay. Yeah? All right. One of the first...
Shout out to the Dynamites.
Yeah, shout out to them because they flooded my Twitter yesterday. All right. Our first one I've got is... can you ask Dynamo when he will visit Leicester and tour Great Britain with his amazing magic? And that was from Antoinetta Pasternak in Leicester.
Shout outs to Leicester, all the people down there. I definitely want to come visit there at some point. I reckon I won't be touring until next year, 2013. But you know, if I am touring, well, you know, when that happens, definitely going to come to Leicester.
There was another one from Zoe, aka Miss P, and she asks, has he ever dated a married woman? If not, would he?
I've never dated a married woman, and if they're married, then I think they should be faithful to the reasons that they got married for.
Exactly. All right. Our next one is from Julian Mark Kinaston. He said, my question is, what's my question? He wanted to test your abilities. Oh, no.
Your question, you can't ask a question with a question.
Exactly.
That's the golden rule of a question.
That clears it up.
Yeah?
That clears that one up. All right, and the last one I'm going to say is from Chad from Leeds. He said, any chance you could tweet me the lottery numbers for Friday?
I'll DM you, bruv.
All right.
Got the warm up first. Hear that click?
I like that warm up.
What's this?
Hey.
Look at me, look at me, look at me. Take a card out. Remember it and show it to the guys.
Show that camera, this one. Show that one.
Got it?
Yeah.
Don't let me see it. Keep your eye on it though, yeah? I'll put it about halfway down. Put these right here, yeah? You can see them, right? Watch. Take a look.
Which one? Top one?
What was the one?
Yeah, it was that one.
I'm even do one last thing with your card. 6 of clubs, right?
Yep.
I'll make it disappear like that. See, it's gone. Stand over here.
Remember, he's close.
Got a wide, yeah? Try this. So it's not on the top, it's not on the bottom. Give him a shuffle as well. 6 of clubs, right?
Yeah.
Just back up a tiny bit. Don't need the mic.